Hello, my name is Francisca. I'm an international relations student and I live in Mexico City, one of the most densely populated cities in the world. During these times, each country in its city is facing different challenges, and today I would like to tell you a little bit about how my country is being impacted by the coronavirus crisis. The COVID-19 got to Mexico later than to other countries, and until last week we hadn't reached the peak of the crisis, which started a few days ago during early May. So far, measures have been implemented. Those who can are doing home office. Some schools and universities have implemented online classes, and social distancing is now the rule, which I gotta say for us Mexicans who love to hug and kiss has been quite a challenge. The government is presenting daily conferences, providing information about the situation and about the measures being taken. We even have a superhero called Susana Distancia, which in Spanish means your healthy distance. The public education system is trying to teach kids through a television channel, and temporary medical units have been built around the country. As you can see, creativity, adaptability, and a lot of effort have been going on around my country. Nevertheless, the scenario might be a little less promising than it may sound. While quarantine, online classes, and home office, might seem like the way to go, this is not possible for many Mexicans. For those who work, there is an estimated 50 million people who belong to the informal sector, meaning that they now face the dilemma of either dying from a virus or dying from starvation. For those who study, it is not possible to continue studying if they don't have an access to an internet connection, which is the case for millions of kids out in the country. Also, our healthcare system has been described by international organisms as fragile and inefficient. There is a lack of budget and a lack of medical equipment, a really big one, and it has resulted in over 2,000 medical staff being already infected. Moreover, Mexico is one of the countries that is doing the less number of testing, and this makes the situation really hard to follow. When it comes to social isolation, this varies from city to city. In some of them, it is forbidden to go outside, while in others, quarantine remains only a suggestion. While this is definitely not ideal, it gets very difficult to impose a quarantine in a city that is so big as the one I live in. This is due to some challenges of the one I already mentioned, along with other ones. For example, in the Valley of Mexico, we have a lack of water, which makes sanitation much harder in some areas. There is also a huge gender violence problem, which means that now many women are stuck inside their homes with their own aggressors. These are just some of the circumstances many Mexicans are living during these hard times. While the government has implemented some policies, the commitment has not been enough. When the pandemic first started, they diminished the seriousness of the situation and encouraged citizens to continue their normal lives. Keep hugging, because hugging is important, said the president. A few days later, he stated that the situation fits perfectly his agenda, one that has been catalogued as a populist one. Every day we get so much information, but unfortunately, some of this information has already been discredited even by international organisms. The government has failed to report the real number of cases and deaths, withholding the real information both to Mexicans and to the world. They continue to state that the situation is under control, while reality shows otherwise. Mostly, doctors are the ones raising their voices, worried that inside hospitals it is a living hell, while outside, many Mexicans continue to walk around the streets with the sense that they have avoided a global pandemic, because this is the message that the government is spreading. Clearly, we have seen similar situations in other countries, even in European ones. Nevertheless, along with the lack of transparency, our region faces other factors such as corruption, violence, ignorance, and inequality. It is the citizens and the private sector fighting this pandemic. Once again, Mexicans must save themselves. To conclude, I would just like to say that wherever you are, please stay safe and don't lose hope. Let this bring out the best of us. Let this be a lesson for the future, to learn to cooperate, to be more humane, to act better, to be better. Goodbye and greetings to all from Mexico.